We're continuing our series of reports called Reader's Choice with the story of a guy who gets more mail than any other columnist of the Rocky Mountain News. Leroy Williams covers the traffic beat for the Rocky, and spending a day with him is exhausting.
Any realistic chance that you can widen I-25, like, say, south of, let's see, Broadway? So you're saying not only are there not many east-west ways to go, not many north-souths either. Well, there's no real fast way to go. But I'm wondering if you've heard anything unusual or anything of that sort, you know, regarding roads and stuff. Yeah, we're going to be running a little bit late. You think we can meet about noon? Okay, appreciate it. It will kind of start there and come across.
It's exhausting to keep up with him. Leroy Williams works the phone, then he sets up his interviews, and then he heads out. Today the story is C-470 and the opening of another section.
The diamond interchange, and we changed it to a cloverleaf interchange.
Leroy began the traffic beat column back in May of last year, and he's gotten some interesting perspectives on driving in the metro area.
If you grew up here in Denver, traffic is getting worse. If you're like me and came from the East Coast, where there's a lot more congestion, like in cities like New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., this is a piece of cake.
But the column is no piece of cake. It isn't finding things to write about. It's finding the time to write about all the things the readers want him to write about.
Just about everybody who calls me says, I love your column. I don't know if that makes me feel good or bad, because sometimes, you know, if you're doing your job, some people are going to hate what you do. But most readers really love it.
Love it, they do, and Leroy is our guest today on Good Afternoon, Colorado. Boy, that must be amazing. I mean, there are a lot of people. You must feel like a priest or a barkeeper or something like that, with all of these people spilling their problems out, saying, boy, you won't believe what happened to me today.
They confess accidents. I almost caused an accident.
Well, tell me about C-470. Let's go back to that a little bit. It's about to open up,
yeah, it's about to open up. The ribbon-cutting ceremony is scheduled for October 27th, which is next Saturday, the Saturday after next. And that's a section between, US 285 and Ken Carl Avenue, about 4.5 miles. And once that's open, the entire 26 miles of C-470 will be open, giving motorists a straight shot from Douglas County to I-70 near Golden.
So you're real happy for skiers to live in that area, too. What's, in a nutshell, give us the latest on what's going on with E-470. They're still working on that.
E-470 is underway. It's been underway for some time. It's going to link up with C-470 at I-25. The first 5 miles of it will be complete as of sometime next year, although the entrance and exit ramps at I-25 will not be finished for a year after that. But they're looking at sometime next spring to begin generating the toll revenue along that stretch of E-470. It's 5.5 miles between I-25 and South Parker Road, which would make some people there pretty happy.
Sure. What they're hoping to do, of course, is take it from South Parker Road all the way up to I-25 again.
At about 160th Avenue, I believe.
Leroy, it was really a pleasure meeting you. We had a lot of fun following you around that day. You're quite a knowledgeable guy on highways.
Thank you.
I would imagine it's real tough to get away from your work. I mean, when people recognize you and know who you are, do they nail you and say, what's going on at First and Steel down in Cherry Creek?
Definitely.
What's the matter with those guys?
Definitely.
What is going on at First and Steel in Cherry Creek? What's the matter with those guys?
It was something I found out later. It was done, agreed on 4 years ago. No, actually back in 1984. Yeah. As part of that entire neighborhood plan.
They thought it was a good way to get that little shot, to get that dog leg out of there, or put the dog leg in, I guess, to keep them from going right up there.
Well, a lot of motorists don't agree with it. I've heard from them.
You know every one of them. Leroy, good to have you on the program.
Thank you very much, Mike.